or Patuka buttons if you're going to carry it in the sash, all that kind of stuff. Partial tang this one. I'm getting a modern one made in full tang with modern steels, modern everything, but we're not worrying about that just yet. It comes with a chakmak, a big honkin' chakmak at that, which I've found burnishes the blade very well. So here's the 8-inch blade. You can see I've already put a patina on it. That's the hormone line there. You can see that. Thick boy, hey. 10 mil here, down to 1 mil here at the tip. Now, the cool thing about this, the way that I got around the weight issues and the performance issues and all that kind of stuff, because obviously downsizing from the 13 or 12-inch Chimera to an 8-inch blade, so it's only 8-inch here, is edge geometry, because, you know, people are still going to want to chop with this. This is more of a knifey knife rather than a choppy knife, so it's, you know, slicing, skinning, all that kind of stuff. You can do all the regular holds, but it's small enough that you can just use it normally, like a kitchen knife or any other knife. And it's sort of thin enough this way that you can carve with it and that, no worries at all. I made sure that they got the edge geometry right at this part here so that it carves well. But the magic is in the geometry. So it's an S grind. So you saw how thick that spine is, but the edge is super fine. So the way it works is that it's sort of a hollow grind going in this way till it gets to the right sort of thickness towards the edge, and then it convexes into that final cutting edge. So that's called an S grind or a compound grind. And the beauty of that is that, you know, you still have the convex at the end for strength and all that, but it's thin enough behind the edge that it'll slice and chop really well. So I'm going to test that out, because these aren't, like, this isn't the final product. This is the prototype, but it's beautiful. Copper hardware, horn handle. I'll try and get my Carter for that, but otherwise everything else pretty much the same. Yeah, so I'll let you know how this goes, dude, but I reckon so far, based off the little I've played with it so far, it's going to be a good one. I think people are going to really love it. But yeah, I'll take some choppy videos shortly and I'll send them through to you and see what you think, man. But how cool is that? Love it. Super duper sharp. Super duper sharp. Anyway, catch you shortly, mate.
We really don't need pumpkins.
I know, but it looks awesome. We're getting grassy grass, a much more lush, grassier, and fancier grass.
Whoa, look at that!
No. Well, we need to add fresh animations.
Why?
Good. We added the fresh animations. Really? So.
Yeah, reimagined, so we don't need the other one.
No, that just patches and glitches. Oh, also with the fresh animation extension, should we make fresh moves? It's not fresh animation, but the clouds.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to look at that. Hold on, let's search animation.
Just search up FR.
Free cam. Oh. It's not here.
Yep, that'll get the job done, that's for sure. Right, let's stop it now. Much thicker than this with this bad boy anyway, but this here is iron bark fallen from this massive iron bark tree here, and this is like an old seasoned piece. There's a slightly more alive piece over there which we'll chop onto in a minute, but for starters we'll just see how this super fine edge holds up on this stuff. I'm going to start pretty soft and then I'm going to start hitting it a bit harder as it survives, because it wants to twist as well. So you can see how red that wood is in there as well. So this is quite a test for this thing. If it can cut through this without chipping or damaging the edge, like that, there we go. This is why this is the ultimate test. Look at that there.
Yep, that one.
Can you see it?
Yep, that's
See
chip.
the chips. So I'm going to have to put a bit more of a more obtuse grind on that if I want it to handle this kind of a task. All right, take two. Repaired the edge, and I've put a 20 degree per side relief grind on it. I'm going to go back to the same stick and do the same test. All right, same stick. Let's try now. So far we're looking all right. Still good. Moment of truth, how are we looking? Oop. So I've cut it, and by the looks of it, I'll see if I can get it to focus here. We're good. Got a bit of crud on the edge. Some very minor deflections. But otherwise, we're looking good. So I'll clean that up, see how we go. Before I go, like I said, I wanted to chop on this living one a bit. So, well, I mean, it's not completely alive, but it only fell over recently. So I'll show you the difference and performance against something that's a little bit more alive. so much easier. I can snap it off right about now. All right, and there you go. She's good. Alright, so how did it go? So not a lot's changed. I've used it a whole bunch more around the property, out camping, all that kind of thing since. I've swapped the Chakmak out for a thinner one. Scabbard's pretty much the same. Actually, no, I inserted a piece of leather into the scabbard just to tighten it a little more, so there's more friction fit. Otherwise, hasn't missed a beat. All that works fine. The blade. So I have tried to take that deviation out of the edge, so the edge kind of this way now goes like that. At that point where I was hitting the seasoned hard large ironbark, deviated the edge about 0.5 millimeter, which is not a lot, but you can see it in the reflection in the video. So I've tried to fix that a little bit. It's still there, you can still kind of see it, but it's not as bad as it was. Now all I've done is I've just tried to put like a 18 degree sort of grind on it a bit, just to sort of flatten it, and then I've put the 20 degree relief bevel back on it. The handle has held up fine. There's no cracks or anything, just the horn marking itself. And keep in mind, this is a partial tang as well, so the tang only comes down to around here somewhere, which gives it that forward balance. But otherwise, this has been absolutely incredible. I can't wait for the modern one to come in. But even having said that, the modern one is coming from a completely different maker, using similar schematics to what I drew for this one. This one I got through Great Gurkha Kukri Shop in Nepal. So it's a true kukri made out of, you know, the leaf springs and all that kind of thing. Performed amazing. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's incredible how much you can actually do with this. With a little bit of time and technique and practice and stuff like that, and even, you know, just all your different holds and stuff that you can use. Super comfy. Every use has been very comfortable, and I'm absolutely stoked. I think this is probably one of the best designs I've ever made when it comes to kukri designs. And if you prefer the traditional look and traditional actual authentic Nepalese manufacture, Great Gurkha Kukri Shop makes these. Hit them up. Hit them up. They're the same ones that make my Void Walker design. So they've got a website and everything. So just hit them up and they will make these for you. That is all from me for now on the SunDog Field Khukuri. I think it's absolutely incredible. It has ticked and gone above and beyond every criteria that I imagined for it. And yeah, until next time, everyone. Oh, and just for the sake, so everyone knows, I do own axes. I actually do own axes. I promise I do. I've got plenty of them. I've got some of the best axes in the world, actually. I haven't really reviewed too many of them yet, but that's coming. All right. Anyways, thank you very much for your continued interest in the Forge, and I'll be back for the next video when I can. Cheers, guys.